How's it going? So we're hanging out in the warehouse again and doing a couple little things here and there. Jack is working 80, still trying to figure out the issue with the rear brake drum kind of like self-tightening itself, and because of that the brake is constantly on and getting the wheel and the drum like pretty hot. So we're trying to figure that out, and we just finished bleeding all the brakes, so put it back together and then take it for a test drive, and I think he figured out what the problem was. Also, which we've got the NV4500 transmission installed along with the transfer case. That's all in place. We got a little thunderstorm going on in the background. The last thing that he's working on is getting this bracket mount. We had to do a little bit of adjustment, but he's almost ready to finish welding it up so we can bolt it, and then the 60 will be done. We'll be able to drive it once that mount is back in place. And what I'm going to be working on in a little bit is, I've had the issue with the mini truck running a little bit hot. We've changed, I've told you, the thermostat, the fan clutch, and now I'm going to be replacing the radiator with a 3-row radiator that we have laying around here. And so once this rain stops, we'll go ahead and pull the mini truck in, and we'll get the coolant drained out and start replacing the radiator. Also, I've been working on, I'll show you in a bit, is the bed rack back there. I've bought some extra material to make a new one, which turned out to be, I wasn't going to make a new one, I was just going to modify this one. And then Jack had the great idea of bending this pipe to make it look nicer, and I'll show you in a little bit once this rain stops what the plan is for the bed rack. Alright, we got the mini truck in the garage. Now all that's left to do is take everything apart, and then we'll install the new radiator, take it for a test drive, and see if that helps with the cooling. And I guess one of the main reasons why I want to put 3-row is because, it's operating at an alright temperature, a little bit warm, but once I actually start going off-road and I'm like cruising like super slow and 4-wheel drive, I think then the temperature is really gonna jack up or really get hot, and I want to avoid all that, especially when I'm out in the middle of nowhere having cooling issues with the mini truck. So that's one of the main reasons why I want to get this done, and I've read that it should really help out a lot. So we'll find out after this. So we got the radiator out, and one thing I did check was to see if the cap was going to be usable from the old radiator, and it wasn't. It was too big, so we had to run to the parts store. So hopefully that's the only minor hiccup that we have, is just this new cap that we had to buy. But other than that, it's going smoothly. I am gonna paint the fan shroud, and I was gonna port 15 it. Jack said just paint it, and yeah, I mean it's fine. So I'm just gonna go ahead and prime it, and I wanted to paint it black or blue, but all we have is this Nissan gray, so I'm gonna go ahead and go with that. Anyways, it's gonna be, I don't know, it's not anything that's gonna be visible, but so I'm gonna go ahead and get that painted and then get everything reinstalled, and hopefully it'll be running a lot cooler. So that's the plan. And Jack is over here still messing with the center brace, so I guess he's just drilling some holes on this plate.
Drilling and tapping.
Drilling and tapping. And you gonna get this done today, or what's the plan?
I don't think so.
No?
But I'll get this done. So that'll be both of the plates, but
Get everything mocked up.
I still basically need to like hack these up because they have to be at a little bit of an angle. So I'll probably like cut down the middle and then form the pipe around the cross member pipe. It's kind of hard to explain, but it's like there's a bend in it, so this needs to bend a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe do like some pie cuts.
So still a little bit of work that needs to be done there, and we'll show you after, you know, once everything's I guess mocked up or welded, what the final product is. And so yeah, and then we actually took the 80 for a drive. It seems to be fine. One of the wheels Jack thinks is still running, still rubbing a lot, because the wheel felt a little bit warm. So I don't know, we'll have to revisit that on a later date. He still needs to drive it some more to really test out. Like, we only went to the store real quick to find out if he needs to drive it longer distance to really find out if it's rubbing constantly or not. So we'll let you know what happens on that. But meanwhile, I'm going to go ahead and get this painted and then get this radiator installed. Alright, so I've been driving the mini truck around for a couple of weeks now, and changing out the radiator has fixed the issue. So you can see the new radiator and then the fan shroud that I painted. Looks nice. And yes, I've been driving it around for a few weeks, and it's been running at 180 degrees, and it hasn't moved up or down from there. It did move to 185 at one point, but that was like at 5 p.m. here in Texas, in the middle of traffic, AC on, so I can't complain about that. It's running perfect. So I'm glad I got that figured out. And next thing I'm working on, which I mentioned, is slowly redoing the bed rack, and that'll be in the next video. And so that's pretty much gonna be it for now. Hope you all enjoyed, and we'll check y'all later.